मैंने सेल्स बूट कैंप भी कम्युनिकेशन सुधारने के लिए करा था कि हाँ, I would be a good communicator. So, but yes, it really changed my whole career only. You should chase for this management training programs because it is the key. When you come to hotel, it's a different feeling, right? You are my trainer, you know what thing I am lagging for. YouTube wala person will not know what I am lagging for, right? Like Mr. Vikram used to know I'm weak in communication. He put some separate classes for me. He kept some one-on-one session for me, right?
So hello everyone and welcome to another catch-up session. This is Anisha and today we are going to catch up with one of our alumni of Young Leader Bootcamp, Satyam Singh. So let's not waste time and get into it. Hello, welcome Satyam.
Hello Anisha.
Thank you so much for taking out the time and being with us here.
Certainly, it's my pleasure to be at TBH Circle anytime.
Okay. So our audience would love to know a little bit about yourself. A little introduction of your will help here.
Right. So, as you all know, my name is Satyamnand Singh. I am pass out of IHM Bhopal. Currently, I'm working at Pride Plaza, Delhi Aero City as a sales and marketing management trainee. I was part of TBH Circle in year 2021. So, I have been associated to TBH Circle from then till date. Then I basically belong to Vadodara, Gujarat. So yes, from there I've done my schoolings. After that, I have completed my industrial training from ITC Grand Chola and Grand Maker Vadodara Surya Palace.
Great.
After that, I've done few internships. Also, I worked for TBH Circle. I worked for Bansal Tech Professionals, and even yes, after that, it's all about job. And I was also part of my training and placement team in college. So this is a little bit about myself.
Great. So Satyam, I'll get straight into it, right?
Right.
So what all companies did you set for while you're interviewing?
So the first company was obviously the Oberois, which everyone dreamed for. Secondly, it was Taj. Then the Oberoi gave me a reality check that I have not made for kitchen. And after that, I start sitting in like for sales only because sales was always an option for me because I've explored sales, I've learned sales by TBS Circle only. I've done a sales boot camp for with TBS Circle. I've done after that, I've been given opportunity in TBS Circle itself to be part of TBS Circle sales team as an intern. After that, I was promoted as TL there only. I was handling team of 28 interns for GYLC, a global young leaders who conclave. Then after that, I have set for Taj and Hyatt, Pride Hotel Group. Then I had also set for Hindustan Unilever for their territory sales officer program. So this was it.
Okay. Sounds like a very hectic brands to sit for. Very hectic, right?
Certainly, it was. It was like Oberoi was really hectic for me. When I said for Oberois, the first round was certainly extempo. So I gave the topic for me was Indian traditional dresses. So certainly the topic was good, but and I also really speak well on that topic. But after that, what happened in PI got to know that I am not made for kitchen, or you can say I should not opt for kitchen. It was my first interview. So my passion is to cook. So I really tried, but yes, it gave me a reality check that I should not opt kitchen as my career.
Right. And experiences like this teach us something, right? We
Something,
get
yes.
Definitely.
So after that, I was having offer from Hindustan Unilever, the second company which came to. So I was the first person in the list. I gave the interview at the last, but on the top when the list came, the top name was my Satyamnand Singh. So yes, and the region they are giving was my hometown only. It's Gujarat region. So it was really an opportunity, and it gave me a boost that I should go for sales only.
Mhm.
as a
So from
career.
there, you got to know that sales is your area.
Yes, sales is my area. I was knowing somehow that because of my communication, how I speak to people. I've done few events for college, like there was a event G20, so and Pravasi Bharatiya Divas. So we have set up a stall there. So at that time, when we went there, like Pravasi Bharati Divas, the people, tribal people from many places come to a particular place where, which a particular city where the this Pravasi Bharati Divas is being hosted. So at that time, last year it was Indore. So when the tribal people we have set up a food stall, basically based out of millets. So our menu was tikkad and saag and curry chawal. So basically we were having two combos, one of 120, one is of 120 rupees and another one was of 150 rupees. So if you, it's the people mentality when they go to some fair or such exhibition, they don't want a proper meal. They want
Right.
something to eat. हर stall से वो कुछ खा सके, right? So the
Totally
next day I
understand.
told my chef that chef, this is not working out because जो हमारा first day का revenue था, it was 1200 sorry 1800 rupees.
Right.
So next day when we went there, in morning we discussed all this and फिर हमने उसका rate change कर दिया, हमने combos छोटे कर दिए. We made tikkad and saag of 50 rupees, कड़ी चावल of 50 rupees. So पूरे combos, and there was ragi puri and nimona saag. So we just segregated the combos, and the next day's the second day revenue was 12,000 rupees. So jahan it was 1800 rupees, then it became 12,000 something. It was 300 or 400. So that is how
Great.
I got to know that I'm good in this.
Definitely. I couldn't doubt you on that.
An experiment is one of the things, like learn what you have learned, practice it. So what I have learned in TBS circle, I practice it there. So it gave me an outcome. Certain.
Great, great, great. Love to know that. Okay, Satyam, walk me through the journey of your preparation period of that 1 year, your third year hota hai, jisme you start preparing, and how was that for you?
So management trainee program, like for an hotel industry aspirant, or like I call them management trainee aspirants. So you have to go through each and every books, like apart from which department you are sitting. I used to study uh, before my interview. I used to study all those four books. I still remember Front Office Operation by S. Raghuvalan. Then there was House Accommodation Operation Management. Then there was P.S. Bali. Then this R. C. Raghuvalan. Sare books. The first of all, you have to get knowledge of your department and what you have studied. Basically your communication, yes, it should be there. Communication is the most important part. I'll come to it. But your knowledge is the basic. You have to be clear with your basics first of all. So it should not that 1 hour journey, but at time, like my college started when COVID was there. So it was online time. At that time only, I have purchased all the books. I was studying. If you can't purchase, you can easily get it online. So I have brushed up the skills. Like I have brushed up my basics. When I went to college, I was already done with all the basics, like five mother sauces, what are 4S, how many types of soups are there, beat cuts of chicken, beat cuts of lamb, beat cuts of vegetable. Everything was like I have read everything, I've understood everything, I practiced. Most important is practicing. Then this whole thing, which basics is very much important of your department of like even I was from kitchen. Like when I started my journey as a hotel management student, I was really interested into kitchen. But after that, yes, I have studied about glasswares, about wines, about different types of beverages, cigars. So these are the basics which you should know. Even the bed fold, right? I will just tell you a story. When my management really started, we were having 15 days of cross department exposure. So when I went to housekeeping, so I was just sitting there. The GRA were making their bed, and then one of the GRA asked, "Senior, आप आए और आपने पूछा नहीं ये fold को क्या बोलता है?" I told him, "I know that this is Maitri the fold." So these all things which your basics are clear, then people will respect you. Okay, this person knows something. Then when I went to FNB, they told they when the shift was over, the manager came to me. तो सही में sales के लिए आया है? He asked me like that because he asked me to wipe the spoons. I was wiping it. He asked me to clear the tables. You won't believe, in every 2 hours, my position was changing. First of all, I was a trainee. I was wiping my spoons. He saw that I wiped all the spoons. He put me to clearance. When I cleared everything, he put me to table service. So in every 2 hours, a it was my basics which were clear. Then when I went to kitchen, chef asked me कौन सा department लाया है? I told sales and marketing. So he told me chopping आती है, with a question mark on his face. बोला yes chef आती है. अच्छा ये काट के बता. He gave me an onion to slice. Now I have practiced slicing onions in such a way that it looks translucent when you put it over a line. So I did. So it was like that. Like basics should be clear. And the second thing of preparation is, which certainly I am lagging. Still, I am lagging a bit. But yes, it is communication, right? Communication is the key. There were a guy who don't used to know Hindi in our college, cracked the interview, which I won't be able to, just because he was trying to express his whatever he wants to communicate. भले उसने is the to the जो भी करके उसने बोला, but he communicated कि हाँ भाई मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, I have the desire. So communication is the key. So communication is the key. Like for this, if you go to GD extempore, the first thing you are going to be judged on is communication. After that, anyone will ask for your what are your knowledges, right? How can you handle the situation? So communication and basics, these two are the key to ace any interview.
So I can conclude it that your journey included a lot of basic learning and then working on your communication.
Certainly, it is.
Great. Okay. So I believe and I know for a fact that you faced a lot of challenges in this entire process, this 1 year duration, your preparation period, right? So would love to know some of your key challenges and your learnings out of that.
So as I told you, my first challenge was communication. When I joined this industry, I was not this much outspoken person when I joined. I used to be the most stant bacha of my house, who never used to, if he has some problem, he will never tell it to his parents or anyone in the house. Even if I have a doubt, I would not be able to raise my hand in the class. But now I'm a person who goes out on calls, pitch to the person, negotiate with person. So yes, so how I worked on my communication was, it's only the TBH circle. So it's how once there was this webinar we were in our at home only, we were attending online classes. So I got to know there is some webinar and I used to attend all the webinars. So there I got to know about TBH circle, Mr. Vikram. I contacted him. The first day when I joined him, I saw him, the way he speaks. I used to like that, how he expresses feelings, how he expresses what he wants to say, the way of speaking. So I really got impressed from that. So after that, I joined him. I learned communication. He used to give us challenges. he used to keep that BYOS, bring your own snacks. It's all online. So पहले मैं Zoom पे खुला, then फिर in real life when our college started, I start communicating with people. So it's all about practice, practice, and practice. We used to keep mock GDs. So we were preparing way before, like when, like आपने जैसे बोला कि थर्ड ईयर में आपने क्या प्रिपेयर, बहुत हेक्टिक था, बट हमने तो ये सेकंड ईयर में ही स्टार्ट कर दिया था विद मिस्टर विक्रम, राइट? So there so I'm really thankful to Mr. Vikram because मैं अभी भी अगर मैं कहीं भी हूँ, मैं यहाँ भी अपने ऑफिस में हूँ, someone say how you track this thing, like last week uh, there was a business like barter deals tha. We were going to be a hospitality partner, and the occupancy were too high in Narrow City, so we can't give rooms for free, right? So I took the hospitality partner tag also and money also from the client. So it was like marketing, it was like promotions also, and it was the monetary benefits to us also. So it was the one of the deal which no one still they are having. They used to do this hospitality partner thing, but it was never like before कि किसी ने पैसे भी ले लिया इसमें, right? So how if anyone asks me, I say it's only one person who helped me. I still say everyone is Mr. Vikram.
Great.
So for communication, I did this, and the challenges for, I think I didn't get any challenge for basics. थोड़ा सा पढ़ने में अच्छा हूँ बचपन से ही, be it newspaper only. People should not stop studying, right?
Definitely. Learning never stops.
Learning never stops.
Definitely.
Because you get some knowledge, anything,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Definitely. Couldn't agree on this.
So basics में मुझे कभी problem नहीं है because I started studying जब लोग online classes में सोते थे तब मैं पढ़ता था.
Oh, you're that kind of a student. कि
हाँ,
पढ़ने वाले-
because घर पे आप you can't sleep in front of your mom. She will give a tight slap on your face.
That happens.
Sleeping in time of class, right?
Right. Okay. Communication is one challenge that you faced. Something
Yes.
else?
There was a challenge like when at time of interview I was really confused between kitchen and sales. Like लोग क्या बोलेंगे, ये तो शेफ बनने आया था, सेल्स में कहाँ चला गया. So, but at that time, I really followed my instinct, and yes, because if I have any problem, I talk to my mom. He's the
Mom
solution to all problem. Yes. After communication was the challenge was this only कि हाँ वो kitchen or sales.
Definitely. The dilemma that you had about about the area that you're going to choose and
Yes.
communication.
Because I was sure about kitchen, though I was good in every department. मुझे बोलते थे all rounder मेरे college में. So I used to be in kitchen. After half an hour, I will be in like F&B. कुछ देर बाद मैं इवेंट्स कर रहा हूँ, उसके बाद मैं ट्रेनिंग प्लेसमेंट देख रहा हूँ. सो ऑल राउंडर सारे काम कर रहा हूँ. There was a day when there was an event which was going in, कोई MOU साइन होने वाला था. So और next day हमारा food stall लगना था. Again there was another food stall. So I was in this event team. मैं वो पूरा event coordinate करके आया. उसके बाद I was grinding some chutney in kitchen. So वो event तुरंत खत्म करके मैं यहाँ पर आया हूँ क्योंकि मुझे मीजा करना है next day के लिए, right? So I was doing that. जो उस event के coordinator थे, faculty coordinator थे, वो मेरे पास आए. वो मेरे पास खड़े होके पूछ रहे हैं कि हाँ इसमें ये करना था, तूने सब कर दिया. I was yes sir हो गया. उधर से अब he was HOD, so the chef was heading us for the next day food stall. He came and stand. इसका भी समझ नहीं आता ये कभी F&B में कभी kitchen में. इसने जॉब सेल्स से ले रखी है. It was about last months of my this college days. Then I stopped my grinder in between. I told, और से 3.5 महीने ट्रेनिंग भी करी है फ्रंट ऑफिस में. So it was like that only.
No, and definitely, Satyam, I can definitely say that this shows how passionate you are in the things
Right.
that you were doing at that point of time. And I think this whole process helped you understand कि maybe kitchen आपके लिए नहीं है या sales आपके लिए है,
Right.
right?
Right. Exploring is the key, I should say, which helped me in exploring my department. Because अगर मैंने internship नहीं करी रहती, मैंने sales boot camp नहीं करा रहता, मैंने sales boot camp भी communication सुधारने के लिए करा था. Yeah, I would be a good communicator. So, but yes, it really changed my whole career only. I was not knowing that, but हाँ, ठीक है.
Great. So I know that you have sat for many different brands, many different companies.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you have to say make me understand कि ये जो पूरा MT process होता है वो कितने stages में है? What is this process? How is it divided?
I was also part of my training and placement team at time of my college, so I know about all the brands. Every brand has their own process to follow, right? Hyatt has 4 rounds, but the 4 rounds are very tough. Taj has 7 rounds. Oberois have 6 to 7 rounds. सबके rounds अलग है, right? But the main thing which अगर सबको हम वो करें, what we say, combine करें, so there is 4 things which we should understand. The first is communication for GDA extempore, anything is going to happen. Second, your PI is going to happen. Third, there will be a written test, be it for your psychometric, be it for your basics. Then there would be a panel round or situation handling. At every 4 points, you are going to be judged on your communication. At last 3 rounds, you are going to be judged on your knowledge. At last round panel में कई बार वो आपको situation handling दे देते हैं. They judge your personality also, how you dress up, how you speak, how's your voice tone, right? So yes, if I tell you about Pride, which I have joined, इसमें हमारा interview start हुआ था with like test. There was a test first, जो कि eliminatory round था. उसके बाद there was a GD group discussion. After that there was PI. Since executive vice president of the company was there himself for our interview, so that was only our panel discussion, panel round also, right? Yes.
So
it was
over सारी steps होते हैं process में. These 4-5 things are common for every MT.
common for everything. Yes, they will just extend it. Chalo, if there is kitchen, they will keep some trade tests, right?
ठीक है. So now that we have talked about what brands you're set for, how MT process works and everything,
Right.
would love to know कि a lot of students say कि हम YouTube से कर लेंगे, right? And there's nothing wrong in doing from YouTube. YouTube is a great platform, or any other platform. हम seniors से advice ले लेंगे. My question
Right.
to you is, how important mentorship and right guidance here? Just that.
Right.
Preparation भी एक अलग चीज है,
So
but right guidance.
just an example. हम MMT से होटल बुक कर लेंगे, तो सेल्स पर्सन की होटल में जरूरत ही क्या है?
Very nice analogy. Very good way to look at it. Yes.
Just a thing which I would say is personal touch. YouTube में don't know Vikram who is. Suppose Vikram has a session on YouTube, right? He doesn't know who is Anisha, right? Or if Anisha books a hotel through MMT, hotel doesn't know who is Anisha. But if Anisha books a hotel from Satyam, Satyam knows who is Anisha. That means hotel knows who is Anisha. Satyam would say Anisha is going to come. उसको ये चीज उसके रूम में होनी चाहिए. She is VIP 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to take care like this. She is allergic to this. Personalized touch is not there, right? On online things, right? I'm not saying YouTube is bad, but yes, certainly there is no personal and like यार 8,000 रुपए तो आई शुड से कि अब मैं एक पार्टी में उड़ा देता हूँ, राइट? बेसिक टीनेजर, व्हाट अ बेसिक टीनेजर डज दिस ओनली, पार्टी जाना है, स्टारबक्स जाना है, घूमने जाना है, गोवा ट्रिप प्लान करनी है। भाई एक बार ये अपने करियर पे फोकस कर लो, ये ऑटोमेटिक हो जाएगा। क्या पता
Right.
आपको
Right
गोवा के किसी
investment.
अच्छे रिजॉर्ट में जॉब मिल जाए,
Right. Right. Investment
राइट?
is very.
इन्वेस्टमेंट, सो देयर इज अ मेंटेलिटी ऑफ पीपल दैट व्हाई शुड वी स्पेंड, ये तो ऐसे ही हो जाएगा, बट नहीं,
Mhm.
ये नहीं होता। देयर आर पीपल हु आर सिटिंग इन हल्दीराम, मैकडोनल्ड्स एंड other QSR. There are people who is in the retail segment. There are people who are in hotel segment. There are people who are in entry level, right? So there are difference in all four of them. You have to choose where you have to go, right? And if we say personalized touch is very important in this, right? If you are going for a, if you want to go for retail, just go for it. Yes, but हाँ, आप अगर hotel empty, and if you are a hospitality student, you are doing hotel management from any of the IHMs or be it private colleges, you are a hospitality student, you should chase for this management training programs, because it is the key. When you come to hotel, it's a different feeling, right? If you are a management training or trainee of any hotels, you have certain responsibilities,
Right.
right? It's not about only your department, it's all about whole hotels. I go, मैं अपने डिपार्टमेंट का भी छोड़ के कितने काम ऐसे हैं that I do for hotel, which none of the other employees here get that exposure, because you are the future general managers, you are future HODs, right? So YouTube से नहीं हो सकता.
वो proper guidance will make the process easier for you.
Yes, proper guidance, personal touch. Like if I say, Anisha, you are my trainer, you know what thing I am lagging for.
Hmm.
YouTube wala person will not know
Hmm.
what I am lagging for. Right? Like Mr. Vikram used to know, I am weak in communication. He put some separate classes for me. He kept some one-on-one session for me.
Hmm.
Right? Which is not there in YouTube. YouTube wala person doesn't know me. How will he train me like that? He's just giving what he has learned. He's just giving that.
Right.
Training is something different, which Vikram does. Right?
Hmm.
Training is different. Training is completely like, it's totally how you have to train that people, not you have to give a speech on your knowledge, right? Right.
Definitely.
That's it.
Great. Thank you so much for sharing all that. Just one last question and then we can wrap this up. If you were to give only one piece of advice to your juniors or people who are going to sit for MTs soon, right? What would be
Right.
that one piece of advice?
I will give two advice.
Okay, we can take two here.
So first is communication. Work on your communication. I know many of them do lags in communication, and that is the major problem, right? Work on your communication, read newspaper, talk to your friends. चलो friends से नहीं हो पाती इंग्लिश में बातें, go for some online platforms. There are some online communities, even TBH runs a community. So उसमें जाओ, talk to people, communicate, आपस में GD sessions करो. अब तो colleges are also taking initiatives. So practice your communication, and second thing is your knowledge. Read, study, अपने basics clear करो. If you are not good at your basics, you would not be able to ace that. अगर आपको 10 पास्ता के नाम नहीं पता है, you won't be able to do that. अगर आपको 10 ग्लासवेयर के नाम नहीं पता है, 10 वाइन्स कौन सी रीजन से आती है नहीं पता है, you won't be able to do that, right? MD is not a joke.
It definitely is not. Right. Okay. So this This was about it, and we have come to a conclusion of this segment. Thank you so much, Satyam, for your time. It was
Thank you.
very insightful, very learning session for every one of us. And
Right.
I would really like to just thank you for your time that you spent here.
Welcome. Say hi to Vikram from my side.
Definitely, definitely. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye.